Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I'll be continuing to read Luke Cage, Epic Collection, Retribution. The last time I did this it didn't come out that well, so this is a redo of it. So let's get started. It begins here 1 year ago, on an island off the southern east coast. The island is home of Seagate Prison. Seagate, a maximum security prison from which no one has ever escaped. Seagate, sometimes called Little Alcatraz by its inmates. Court, you've had him in there 3 days past his sentence. No human being should have to spend that long in the hole. Stow it. If he were really human, he'd have cracked a long time ago. Now, out to the yard, Lucas, 'fore I change my mind and slam the door. Nice thing to see your face first thing. You'll see it soon enough, boy. I give a hard nose like you about 5 minutes outside solitary. You'll be back, and I'll be waiting, Wise Apple, to break you. The man called Lucas resists an urge to speak, to strike. He tenses, but moves for the yard. And another kind of trouble. Me and the brothers were hoping you'd be out, man. Planning a little demonstration to set this new warden straight. You've been awful quick to speak for the brothers ever since you came here, Shades. Sounds like now you're gonna be quick getting their heads broken too. If my goal since you came here, Shades. Sounds like now you're gonna be quick getting their heads broken too. If my going's other than the club, it's gonna be 'cause I put it there. Not you! A lot of dudes in this dump think you're something, Lucas. Shades needs you to get them with us. Calm away from your soul. How you gonna do that, Comanche? With your cutting hand all tied up catching teeth. Shades, baby. You don't handle this demonstration any better than you pick sidemen. You're gonna need more than fancy sunglasses to hide behind. I need a group, Shades. I'll do the organizing. But I don't need anybody or anything, except out of this hellhole. And the best chance of doing that is on my own. There, Captain McCann. It's all the excuse we need to really come down on that uppity. Don't go putting personal pressure ahead of duty, Quirt. There's other possibilities. Get that boy in my office, but do it nice. Here? And bad thing, that business in the yard, Lucas. Especially for a man with your record. Course we got us a interesting situation here. What with the new warden coming shortly, and that a bunch of militants looking to cause trouble. For them smart talking punks could do himself some good. Just have to help me learn what that bunch is up to and when they plan to make their move. And maybe do you some good with that new warden, huh? Public relations ain't my bag, Captain. Neither is information. Go slow with that high horse get. What do you say? You scratch my back, boy, and I scratch yours. Sorry, Captain. I don't think anything could make me itch that much. But to be sure, I'll just skip shaking your hand when I leave. What? Why, you dirty... Quirt, get him out of here! And straight back into the... To mouth your way back to me, could you, Wise Apple? Okay, let's go. You always talk about breaking that punk, Quirt. This time, do it! Any way it takes. You heard Captain Rackham upstairs, mister. Well, I'm just too good to disappoint him. So we're gonna start with... Do it! Any way it takes. You heard Captain Rackham upstairs, mister. Well, I'm just too good to disappoint him. So we're gonna start with a little homecoming party. Court, are you nuts? No matter what the captain said, you can't treat a prisoner. See, this creep made a move at me. If I'd moved on you, Quirt, you sure wouldn't be standing. But you'd like that, right? Make it open season. Excuse to nail me right into a box. No way, baby. Those love taps may muss me, but they can't break me. See that? Stir crazy punks trying it again. Quirt, for Christ's sake! But it continues. The ugly sound echoes through the cell block. A flat, moist sound of flesh being struck. Again and again, a sound to drive frenzy. Stop it, you gutless bulls! You know the man can't fight back against the guard. That racket's enough to be heard in the state capitol. Squirt, stop it! No, not till that hard nose is crawling. You maniac, he'll die before he crawls. Legs crawling. You maniac, he'll die before he crawls. Lay off! But at the solitary compound's entrance. Hey, fella! Unauthorized personnel aren't allowed here. Who? The name's Stewart, officer. Warden Stewart to you. Warden Stewart to you. I was headed for the main building, till I heard some sounds from here. Take me inside. This is only a beginning, Wise Apple. Old Quirt will waltz around with you every day until you're broken but good. Next time Captain Rackham wants a favor, your approach to penology is an unusual one, Mr. Quat. I'd like to discuss it further. Unfortunately, you're going to be so busy packing and leaving, I'm afraid we won't have time. Huh? I'm the new warden, son. How bad is it? Boxer I knew used to say, long as you're standing, you ain't hurt. I can stand. Perhaps you'd like to say goodbye to Mr. Quat. He no longer works at Seagate. Wait! What are you doing? Don't close that door! Warden, this is a mistake. The man stumbled coming into the cell. Warden! You can't do this! Warden! Reopen that door in 10 minutes. If Mr. Quart's leave-taking hasn't been taken too strenuous, and he wishes to complain further, I will be in with Captain Rackham. Don't spend the whole 10 minutes hanging on that door, Quirt. We got things to discuss. Wait, Lucas! You can't blame me! I was just following orders. Doing it for the captain. Yeah, well, man. I'm just doing this for me. Brother, did you hear that? Right, some wicked way of saying goodbye. But in addition to farewells, greetings are about to be exchanged in Seagate. That you, Quirt? Sit yourself down. After working on that hardhead, you deserve a cool one, too. Gotta enjoy the facilities while we can. I do hope he's late. That's one more argument for arriving early and unannounced. Another is that you get a true picture of how a place is being run. On your feet, Rackham. The desk job's ended. And so is your captaincy. You've 1 week to prove you can cut it as the regular guard. Yes, sir! Yes, sir! I expected a reformer to take the old warden's place, but nothing like this. Blasted Lucas! If that boy had cooperated, I could have dodged this. I ain't forgetting it. And so a new administration takes hold in Seagate Penitentiary. Prison docs making house calls? That warden's Lucas. Friends call me Noah. Got a special permission to see you. Why, man, I'm healing fine. Somebody afraid I might plan to sue the state? Let's just say I try getting to know a man before I work with him. Yes. Injury is responding nicely. What's this jive about working together? Nothing's certain. Depends on you and me. I've got a medical project started that requires a unique breed of man. And a silly hunch you could fill the bill. And Dr. Noah Bernstein leaves. But his investigation continues. Health records indicate you're everything I need, Lucas. But the prison files are nothing but depressing. Brawls, attempted escapes, all leading to your transfer here. Even your parole board appearance usually ended in violence. What right you jorkers got to sit behind those search shirts passing judgment on me? You think I'm lying? I was framed. Blast you, framed. Framed. So many cons claim that, Lucas. Is that why you asked me up here to your lab? Okay, Doc, if the guard don't mind waiting, I don't mind rapping. Thought I'd run out of interesting liners long ago. But I gotta tell it straight, I gotta go way back to Harlem and growing up on the street. It's the fuzz, into the basement. The game on the street is survival, and you learn to play it any way you can. Cool, they're going by. How's the purse look, Willis? Nothing but good, man, nothing but good. Me and Willis Stryker, tight friends, you know? Closer than brothers. Harlem slums might tear most families apart, but us two stuck together and stuck to the only way of life we knew. A way that got meaner and uglier, the better we got at it. But no matter how good we got, mostly it was a life of running hard. Those were the last days of the big street gangs, Doc, and the warring for possession near the neighborhood turf. Willis and me got to be leaders, each developing a specialty. He was a master with the blade. Nobody could touch me using fists. Bloody rumbles, I began losing heart. Got sick of always fighting, always running. Yeah, I got my fill with the gangs, but Willis was just getting started. And in the local rackets, he found a home. Got a sweet thing going on, Lucas. Still time for you. Says you don't need a partner slowing him down. Then something slowed us both down. Something beautiful. Man, you work with that fine little fox? Don't let her walk away. Introduce me. That was Reva. And for the first time, Willis and me were in competition. And he took the lead. Willis had the bread to show her times I never could. Then one night, those times got rough. You've been warned about cutting into syndicate territory, Stryker. Now we're done listening. Willis, I've never seen men like that. They look so vicious, so cruel. Don't worry, baby, they headed out front, so we'll just use this side door. Surprise, bright boy. Didn't you think we'd figure this? Willis, it's a snap lock. We can't go back inside. Willis, it's a snap lock. We can't go back inside. Aw, now that's too bad. Ain't it, Stryker? But no sweat, punk. Your time with us won't be wasted. You're gonna learn something. Oh, Lord. Lesson is you don't mess with the syndicate. No way, no how. Catch on, Dapper Dan? I think he does, Tank. Good thing we took him, though. Be he could flash that blade he's so big with. Might have been a different story. Hey, watch the girl. She's getting away. Help. Wasn't much of a neighborhood for helping, but on a stoop, couple of blocks away, I was in a poker game. Lucas! Oh, Lucas! Reva, what is it, honey? Willis! 2 men jumped him in the alley. Over Reva, but still friends. And what kind of man won't lay it on the line for a friend? Heads up, man! Local talent! One of 'em found some guts, huh? Well, I ain't impressed. Maybe not, bull artist, but you're definitely hurting. Willis, old man, worked him over with brass knuckles. Yeah, hero, same ones I'm gonna use on you. Not unless you move a lot faster, pork face. And I don't hold much hope for that. Or you. Lucas, the police are coming. Right. Later, Lard Belly. As the squad cars arrived, we were hustling Willis into a wreck of a building nearby. The man will be satisfied grabbing that syndicate muscle. We'll be safe here. For now, Lucas. But tonight, is just a taste of how life's always going to be with But tonight is just a taste of how life's always going to be with Willis. At last I can see that, and it terrifies me. And once Willis was well enough, that's what she tried to tell him. But not what he decided to hear. You did this, man! While I've been stuck here, you've been putting this stuff in her head. Couldn't be my time any other way, so you poison her against me while I'm down. Knew you'd gone the jelly liver route when you wouldn't throw in with me. I just didn't know how far. Get out! Out of my sight! Willis was always that way. But when he drove me out, he drove Rava out with me. I ain't forgetting this. You gonna pay, backstabber! It took Willis time to keep his word. And in that time, what had been nothing between me and Rava soon became something. But Willis was watching, waiting. Then one night when I came home, "Hey, what's all this about?" "About a little tip we got. And what we found here. Pusher." "That was the frame that narcotics planted in your room? Lucas, can you be planted in your room? Lucas, can you be certain it was Stika?" "Come on, Doc. Even though I beat up those cats, the syndicate don't know me from Adam. And there was a fine little clincher after I was put away. Through friends and the prison grapevine, first about how Willis was seeing Rava, snowing her with claims about how he might be able to help me. Then about how a certain dope smuggling outfit was hot about some joker hijacking one of their shipments, and how a couple of their enforcers finally caught up with him. Our hit spotted us. He's trying to be tricky. Keeping the girl in the way so I can't get a clear shot. Makes it hard, all right. On her! Brap. Oh, Lord. Oh, my Lord. Dudes, right, Doc? Going through the girl to get their man or my old buddy, Willis Stryker. Only they didn't. He crawled out of the wreck. Crawled out laughing. And why not? He was alive. And all it cost was Rava's life. She took the bullet meant for that low-life snake who put me here. Now I'm living for one thing, and one thing only. To get out. Get out and get Willis. I believe you, Lucas, in your story. But that won't get you released. Kind of thing that influences parole boards. Yeah? Just what is this project, Doc? A risky one. Similar efforts have cost men's lives. But if we succeed, all mankind will benefit. Physically, you are ideally suited and, hold it. A parole sounds beautiful, man. But it sure ain't. Mankind's done nothing for me, and I'm returning the favor. Guard, get me out of here. Later in the cell block. Rakam, what do you want? Thought the warden dumped you. Just keeping tabs on you, boy. I may be demoted, but you ain't rid of me yet. And first chance I get, now that the heat's off, you're gonna pay for the trouble you caused me. Hope that gives you something to sleep on, boy. Rackham, you fat, jowled piece of dirt. If these bars weren't here, but they are, boy. And long as I'm on this side of 'em, Seagate's gonna be hell for you. Yes, sirree! Mother of... Is this how it's gonna be? Caged like an animal? And some mean-minded fool like Rakam playing keeper? I'm sick of it. Sick to death. Gonna bust out of here, even if it kills me. Wait, an escape could do that, certain. If I'm laying my life on the line, it ought to be where the odds are not in my favor. Guard! Guard! Get Doc Bernstein! Clank. And the next day, in a seldom used section of the prison. Man deserves his peril just for walking in here, Doc. Looks like strictly mad scientist territory, including a bathtub for Frankenstein's monster. The equipment was part of a research grant given me. It's an electrobiochemical system for simulating human cell regeneration. If successful, it could counter the damages of almost any disease, perhaps even aging. But we can't know fully what it will do until it's been thoroughly tested. Better strip, Lucas. You'll be the one using that bathtub. One thing, Doc. What can me using it prove about its effect on disease? I don't even have a cold. Its effect on disease. I don't even have a cold. I know, Lucas. That's why I have to give you this injection first. Infect me? To test some stupid machine? Baby. Maybe that's how those other cats you mentioned died. This is great. But that's also why this might win you a parole. Oh yeah, and a little note. I've been saying parole wrong this entire time. So, back to the book. You're one of the healthiest, strongest men in the prison, with the best chance of coming out fine. That's why all the assurance I can give. Do we proceed or... Easy, Doc. You said the magic word. Parole. And now that you gave me the shot, I guess I'll hop in here and start earning it. Just ease down into the chemicals, while I lower the overhead shell into position. All right, power is on. We're in business. Early sessions will be short. Got to build your tolerance gradually. Now I've got to check the sensor unit to be certain your reactions are being properly recorded. I've got a big interest in this going all right, especially now that the electricity is zapping in here, stirring all those chemicals up. Oh man, like I'm on fire. Doc, that you? Don't know what those sensors are saying, but I feel you won't be feeling long. Boy. Rakam! Yes, indeed. And I just relieved the regular guard. So ain't no one gonna stop my doing this. A dial is twisted and an electro-biochemical process soars to a level 18. Didn't think I'd stand by and let you win a parole, did you, boy? What's going on here? Get away from that machine! But Noah Bernstein is too late. The man called Lucas is enveloped, all but drowned in a swirling tide of chemicals gone mad. Then, searing skin, crawling flesh, can endure no more. Fists frantically hammer metal as electronic power hits the overload point, and there is sudden explosive release. Rakam, you fool! What do you think you're doing? That boy's gone crazy. He's trying to escape. You freaking mealy mouth. Don't you wish I was? Lucas, stop! Bam! Okay, Doc. Okay. He deserves worse, but I only slapped him. Maybe so, but he's out like you used a hammer. This is serious. Get dressed. I'll try to revive him. For the love of... Did I live through that brimstone bath just to get set up for this? If that worthless scum dies... Crunch! This was iron or steel. I don't believe this. Knuckles ain't even skinned. Just poked that wall like this. Just poked and poked like this. Don't know what's happened to me, but I'm not waiting to get Rakam's death hung on me. With this kind of power, I'm gonna be free. Sound the alarm, man over to the wall. But there are few places to run on Seagate Island. Halt! Turn around slow. Don't make us fire. Running again, just like on the street. And when you can't run anymore, you fight. And a cry is cut short by the savage roar of gunfire. Eyes glazed with the terrible truth that death has touched him. The man called Lucas falls into the deep, dark embrace of a patiently waiting river. It was a patiently waiting river. It was a rock he had. Turned so fast, I thought it was a gun. Hasn't come up yet. Body may be caught on something. Best go down for a look just to be certain. Yet only yards from where the guards peer. Strong current surface. Thought I was dead. Felt those bullets hit me. But there's only these bruises. My whole body's just like my fists. Hard. Hard as steel. Doc's machine worked on my body cells, alright. Changed them so I ain't human anymore, alright. Changed them so I ain't human anymore. Look at this shirt. Caught on the branch when he fell. Tide may have carried his body off. Tide may have carried it off his body, but all those holes answer any question about it being alive. There's one file. You start out to save mankind and end up with one man driven to his death. Wherever are you, Lucas? I'm sorry. Everyone's given up. Won't be long till dark, if I can cool it till then. And with nightfall, make it. They must be certain I'm dead, or else this'd never be here. The man called Lucas moves in darkness to the mainland. And here begins long months of working his way north. No small task for a man officially dead. No small task for a man officially dead. A man without a modern society's cards of identity. A man forever set apart from others by fantastic chemistry gone berserk. A man sustained solely by a driving need for revenge. New York. Back like you always dreamed it, man. Only you're a walking sideshow with power you don't use for fear of drawn attention. And near busted 'cause you can't risk a regular job either. But to find Willis is gonna take him there sends you flying out like that. You stupid flea-bitten bum. I'm serving this to anybody in my way. Bam! Yeah, baby? Well, here's your tip.
Fella, I can't thank you enough. That was our day's take he had. You dodged that shot and nailed him like a real superhero. Not many people nowadays would take a chance like that, and I want to show my gratitude.
And the dude at the diner was alright. Not only gave me a cash reward, but an idea how to turn what I got for me into a living. And this costume shop's the place to start. That and other business done. A visit long delayed is made. I'm back, honey, but I'm hardly the man you knew. Even had to get a new name. Kept a new name. Kept a little of the old one. Rest is what I remember most about prison. Luke Cage. Hope you like it, Rava, 'cause under that name, I'm gonna be doing something for you and me, bringing grief to Willis Stryker. The questions. Checking scenes and sources from the past, constructing a trail to the present. Willis Stryker's present. Then it is time. Costumes done. Cards are all printed. Rent's paid to this Fleabag hotel till next month. But that start making it, man. Better be now. And once in his hotel room, yeah, Alfred's kinda hokey. But so what? All part of the superhero scene. And this way, when I use my powers, it's gonna seem natural. It's gonna seem natural. A little promotion work, and I'm in business. Luke Cage, hero for hire. And soon in a certain West Side high-rise. Hey boss, it happened again! Joker clobbers 2 of our collection, men. Then gives all the onlookers one of these cards. I've seen enough of those hero for hire cards. Whoever Luke Cage is, he ain't drumming up business at my expense. Took years to find my way into the syndicate and a couple of times, but I kept popping back, getting better and deadlier at my specialty. Until now, nobody's quick to mess with Willis Stryker, aka Diamondback. They've all learned I strike faster with my knives than any rattler. All but this kid. Bring him to me. I got some teaching to do. Meanwhile, a figure haunts the city streets. An unknown, untested superhero. A man called Cage. He walks and waits and thinks of a girl named Reva. And knows soon the time approaches when vengeance is mine.